It's great to be here this morning. I'm a Wayne State alumni, so I haven't been back here for a while. It looks great. I'm very pleased to be here to represent the Small Business Administration and to kind of give you a little bit of an overview of the services and programs that we provide. Before I begin, I'd like to introduce my colleague, June Floyd. She's in the back of the room. She's passing out a little PowerPoint. Evidently, my jump drive didn't work today, so we'll just kind of wait and talk about our services. Can you all hear me? What's her name? June Floyd. Thank you. My name's Nancy.
I'm June.
That's right. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'll start out by providing an overview of the SBA services, and then the real good value today here for you is all of our resource partners, including CEED, SCORE, and SBTDC. So I'll be brief so that you can get to the interesting speakers with regard to the creative industry too. The SBA, as most of you know, is a federal agency. We were started in 1953. The reason we exist is to help businesses get started, help them stay in business, and help them grow. And the way we do that, our agency is a fairly small agency, so we use the funds that we get and leverage them to our resource partners to really provide the direct one-on-one assistance. We focus on 3 areas. We focus on counseling, capital, access to capital, and contracting. The most important information for you here today is probably in our entrepreneurial development or counseling programs. And what we do is we provide financial assistance to our resource partners who then provide direct one-on-one assistance to business owners or people who are thinking about going into business. So I'll give you a quick overview of our resource partners that we support, and then my colleagues here will give you the more detailed information as to how you can access their services and a little bit more information about what they do. The first partner I'd like to talk about is SCORE. SCORE is probably our oldest resource partner. We began a relationship with them in 1964. They are a national group of volunteer business professionals. Some of them are current or former business owners, others have particular industry expertise. They volunteer their time to provide assistance to business owners or people who are thinking about going into business. So for example, today, David Broner is a SCORE mentor here in the Detroit chapter, and he has over 50 years of business ownership experience. And who wouldn't want to sit down with him and talk about your business and learn from him? So it's just a great resource, and I highly recommend that you access it. I'm really fortunate to be the state liaison for the SCORE chapters all over the state, and it's truly a privilege to work with them. They're so dedicated and have so much knowledge and enthusiasm that they want to impart to their clients. We have 9 chapters in the state of Michigan. David represents the Detroit chapter. Our other resource partner is the Michigan Small Business and Technology Development Center. And I can't say enough good things about the SBTDC. If you get all the acronyms straight today, that'll be a success for you. The Michigan Small Business and Technology Development Center is also a national program funded by the SBA. And they are, in the state of Michigan, they're headquartered at Grand Valley State University. And Sean will talk to you more about that. But we have 12 regional centers all over the state of Michigan. They cover every county in the state, and they also provide direct one-on-one assistance to business owners. And they cooperate with SCORE. They work together to help the business owners get to where they need to be. And they have a wide range of services, and I'll let Sean talk about that. The other partner that we have is our U.S. Export Assistance Centers. So if any of you have a product or service that you're thinking about exporting to another country, we have a service available for you for that. And they are located for your immediate needs at Techtown, which is where Sean Gray is also located. And they have programs and general counseling that they can provide to you, and they also have a specific financing program. In the state of Michigan, we also have 3 women business centers. CEED is one of them. We have another one in Grand Rapids called GROW, and we have another one in Benton Harbor called Cornerstone Alliance. And currently, CEED, GROW, and Cornerstone Alliance all have microloan programs associated with their Women Business Center. However, the loans are not restricted to just women business owners. In addition, we have a great small business training network on our website. If you hop online at www.sba.gov/MI for Michigan, you can see what's going on in our state. And there's also a lot of online training programs that you can learn about. And in your jammies at night, you can click on a fabulous presentation on the SBA loan programs or how to market your business. It's all kinds of good data. And both SCORE and SBTDC, they also have fabulous websites, and I highly recommend that you look into those. The second C, or capital, is probably what most people think about when they think about the SBA. And we do provide a lot of access to capital through our loan programs. And they are, we have a loan guarantee program, and we have a couple of other programs, including our microloan program. So I'll talk to you a little bit about our loan programs. First of all, you never apply directly to the SBA for a business loan. You would always apply to a lender, a bank, or a credit union. And they'll look at your deal, and if your business plan looks great that you've worked on with Sean and David, you're all good to go, you have the capital, you have the collateral, all of that, you don't have to go any further, you just do a conventional loan with the bank. But maybe there's a challenge. Maybe you have maybe a shortfall in collateral because you're a service business. Maybe you need longer terms in which to pay your loan. Sometimes the SBA can come in and provide a guarantee to the bank that will help them make that loan possible. So it's a guarantee to the bank, not to the borrower. The relationship is always with the bank or the credit union. It's never with SBA in terms of applying for and receiving your loan. Currently, the SBA 7A, which is kind of our umbrella loan guarantee program, the maximum amount you can borrow currently is $5 million. The maximum amount the SBA can guarantee is $3,750,000. And our loan guarantees, depending on what program you pick, are from 50 to 85%. Lenders will set the interest rate. SBA doesn't get involved with that, but they do apply a maximum amount over which the bank cannot go. So, and that's typically in a range from 2.25% over prime to a maximum of 6.5% over prime for some loans. So that's pretty cheap money because the interest rates right now for prime are 3.25%. So for loans that are under 7 years in maturity, the bank can go 2.25% over prime. So that's, what is that, 5.5% or around there? So, and then if it's for loans over 7 years, the bank can go 2.75 over prime. And there are some other programs that allow the bank to go 6.5 over prime. You don't really have to know all the ins and outs. What you should know is that it's available for you, and when you're preparing for your application for a loan, you should know about these programs, and you should know which lenders are active in our program, and our counselors can help you with that. General terms and conditions. It's the same with any loan that you would apply for. You have to have good management experience. You have to have good credit, overall character. You have to have capital. Your business plan has to make sense, it has to cash flow. Those are all the things that we would be looking for with an SBA guarantee. It's not any different than the bank or other lender would be viewing your loan. They use the same criteria. Here's some advantages that can be brought about through the SBA loan guarantee. As I mentioned, it can maybe mitigate a shortfall in collateral. It can maybe extend your terms. If you're a startup business, you're almost always going to have an SBA guarantee associated with your loan. If you're in a risky business, such as a restaurant, which has perhaps a high failure rate, those are reasons why a bank would look to the SBA to guarantee your loan. The other loan program that we have that I won't spend a lot of time on today is called our 504 program, and that's a special program for fixed rate asset financing. Say if you're buying a big building or a big piece of equipment, and that's a partnership between a bank, a certified development company, and the lender. And the way they participate is the bank would get 50% of the loan. The certified development company would provide the borrower with 40% of the loan, and the borrower would come in with 10%. The advantage to that program is that for a borrower, you can get into a deal for 10% to 15% down, which for a typical bank loan is very reasonable. Typically, you're looking at 20 to 25% down when you're looking at a large loan, unlike the CEED loan. The other advantage is the bank provides 50% of that loan, and they get first lien position on the asset that is being purchased. So they like that. The CEC part of the loan is cool for the borrower because your rate will stay fixed for the entire length of your loan, and it won't balloon. And so if you're looking at interest rates today, that's pretty cool. If you're buying a building, you can keep those interest rates for 20 years or so, and that's really pretty advantageous. But it's for larger deals, you know, at least $300,000 or so. You're going to be looking at a 504 after that. The other program that we heard about today is our microloan program, and SBA works with intermediaries such as CEED. What we do is we borrow money at a certain rate to our intermediaries. They in turn re-lend that money at another rate. And they also provide technical assistance, as you would get from Tony. And I'm very fond of this program because, as Vanessa said, it's really the grassroots. It helps people get started and be able to get that bank loan when they grow. And I'm very, very fond of the program because I really think it helps businesses get started, helps them grow, and helps them employ people and do what it is we're all supposed to be doing. So I'm very fond of it. And I've listed the micro lenders on your handout. The other C that the SBA focuses on is government contracting. I've listed the contact information for our office. Thomas Vargo is the head of our Minority Enterprise Development Department, and he oversees our 8A certification program, our Hub Zone program, and our Women-Owned Business certification programs, veteran programs, and small disadvantaged programs. So he's a person that you might want to get in touch with if you're thinking about selling to the government. And then I've listed contacts to get started. I would pretty much recommend that you start with our PTACs, the Procurement and Technical Assistance Centers, if you're thinking about doing business with government. They can help you get started and hold your hand. They have a lot of great training programs. I put our contact information on the handout for you. I think you're on our website already. I have my contact information, and feel free to call me anytime if you have a question. I really enjoy talking with business owners. I like connecting with them, and I like seeing you grow and prosper. It is a real privilege to do what I do and to help all of you do the hard work that allows me to do my job. So thank you so much.